So a question that I get asked quite a bit is, what does the typical day look like in the life of a professional organizer? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a day in the life of a professional organizer. And if you're looking for tips and tricks on running your professional organizing business, or just a little behind the scenes of what it's like to run a professional organizing business, please subscribe to my channel so you'll be notified of upcoming videos. So let's get started. Hi, I'm professional organizer Katherine, and I help you live a life with less clutter so you can focus on the things that truly matter. So what is it like to be a professional organizer as far as scheduling your days and your weeks, and what does that really look like? Well, I've always kind of stumbled on this question a little bit because I don't really have a typical day. In fact, being in business for yourself and working in this industry, I think is very atypical, and you actually have a lot of variety in your schedule, which I absolutely love. And if you've heard a little bit of my story, I used to work in corporate America. I had a desk job. I was a data analyst and application developer. So I was behind a computer and sort of sitting at my desk like I'm doing now, but this is not that typical. But I absolutely hated it. I kind of wanted to get out and do my own thing, and I stumbled upon professional organizing, which has been a really great fit, and it's the career that I've had for the last 17 years. So when I thought about this day in the life type question, I realized that I actually have 5 typical days. So each day kind of looks like one of these 5 examples, and I'm going to go over those with you. So one type of typical day that I have is what I call my office day. So I have an office in my home. It's where I shoot my YouTube videos. It's where I have my file cabinet and all of my organizing supplies and my office supplies. So a typical office day for me, I would be working on bookkeeping, any admin, filing, scanning that I want to catch up on. It's a great day to catch up on emails. It's a good day to schedule clients or review my calendar. A perfect week for me, Monday would be my office day, and I would kind of get everything scheduled and set up for the week and get all my supplies and get organized for the week. And then I would be out in the field Tuesday through Friday. It doesn't always work that way, but that is my preference, is to have Monday as my office day to get myself organized, and then the rest of the week to work with my clients. The second type of day that I experience, I'm just going to call it in the deep, in the deep day. And that is a day that I am knee deep in clutter in someone else's home, and I'm just loving it. So part of my specialization as a professional organizer is that I do whole home decluttering jobs. So this is typically in a home that maybe someone has lived in 10, 20, 30 years, or I might be working with a senior client that's over the age of 65 and maybe they're downsizing. So there's a very large volume of clutter that I'm dealing with. Sometimes I book those as multiple days straight in a row, and that could take me 3 to 5 full days to do a whole home declutter. Or I may book multiple days, but over a short period of time, like 2 weeks or a month, where I'm working with the client, of course. I will also typically have a team of organizing assistants with me, and then I'll also bring in the haulers. And so we'll be able to move out bulky items and donations and trash and recycling, and I'll have my haulers there to take those things away and also just physically help me move some of those things around the house. Now, I plan on those being 8-hour days. I'm typically on site 6 hours, but there's always some type of things that I'm doing off site to keep that job running smoothly. The third type of day that I have, which is a little simpler than my in the deep days, is a maintenance day. So if you've taken my training, you've heard me talk about maintenance clients. This is a client that I would have worked with maybe for several years, or certainly on several projects on their home. Maybe we're not doing a full top to bottom downsize, but we're hitting those hot spots in their home. Maybe it's working in their closet a couple of times a year, or on paperwork a couple of times a year, or just going in and trying to maintain order and have some balance in their homes. Now, a maintenance session for me is usually a 3-hour. I love these sessions with my clients because I typically know the home very well, I know the client very well, and often we'll get into talking about time management or productivity. So there's a little bit of coaching and consulting in those sessions. Because I've worked with them a number of times, I can see some patterns or some habits that need to be changed in order for them to be better organized, and we can talk about that during that session time. Now, I may have 2 maintenance jobs in a day, so it's 3 hours at one client, and then 3 hours with another client, or I may just work the 3 hours and then come back to my office and get some other work done. Okay, the 4th typical day that I have, I call my contract days. Now, this is a day when I'm out in the field organizing, but it's a day that is scheduled by another company. This could be another professional organizing company or a relocation company, but another organization has scheduled or gotten that lead, and now I'm coming in to either run the job or to work on a team. Now, what I absolutely love about these jobs is there's very little admin work. There is very little marketing that goes onto it. I just have to market myself to those other companies, and then they will let me know if there are jobs available. I really enjoy filling out the rest of my calendar with this type of job because it's a lot less work for me as far as time outside of the job. I can just show up and have fun and organize. So it's very low stress for me, and also it's nice to piggyback that job with my in the deep jobs, which are pretty exhausting, and I'm keeping track of a lot of things. So maybe I don't want to do those every single day, but I can vary my calendar with a very complicated job followed up by a very simple job. And that just works for me as far as keeping variety in my schedule and keeping my calendar full. The 5th and final type of day that I have is where I'm focused on coaching, training, or speaking about professional organizing, and not in the field actually organizing a closet, kitchen, paperwork, that type of thing. So for these days, I might be on site speaking to a group about organizing or getting their homes organized. But more likely, I'm going to be in my home office on a conference call, coaching some of my professional organizers who are starting out in the business, or I'm on a training call or teaching a course. And so I'm usually at home, but that is billable time for me that I am engaged with my students and clients. So it's really about balance, simplicity, and variety for me as far as how I want to run my business. So how do you envision your perfect day working as a professional organizer? Do you want to be knee-deep in clutter? Or would you rather be coaching someone on time management or productivity? Or are you hoping to land jobs with other companies or professional organizers that they will help keep your calendar full? Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe to this channel for more videos on decluttering, downsizing, and the business of organizing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.